Let me see. Can I flip this? Let's go grab a camera stand real quick so I can show you guys. We're going to do first seal coat on a, I know I haven't been live in a while. Sorry, guys. We're going to do first seal coat on a bench. I'm just going to grab a camera stand so that y'all can follow along. You know what I did? If you follow my content, then you know that I did a fishing lure koi table thing, right? They ordered 2 a long time ago, and I only made 1. When they say pregnancy brain, bro, they did not lie. They did not lie. I've been losing my damn mind. Hi, Virginia. I lived in Woodbridge, Virginia for a little bit. All right, let me turn you around. Okay, so let's pour. This is the bench. Right there she is. And let's do the pour. I'm using Total Boat tabletop resin. Let me grab it real quick. Okay, so this is what I'm using. Wait, there it is. You see? Everybody asks me what resins I use. This is what I use for my seal coats and flood coats. So I sanded this piece down with up to 220. I started at 80 and went to 220. I'm gonna do about, I'll probably do about 100 cc's, and the reason that I'm doing that's more than what I need. Seal coats are only to get the wood wet, but I have a few inconsistencies that I need to fill in. So I'm going to do that with the seal coat. There we go. All right. So take your time measuring. I had a few people message me in the last couple days talking about their resins not curing, things like that, and just thinking that it was anything other than them. And honestly, yes, you can get a bad batch of resin, but it's not very, very likely. It does happen, but most of the time it is incorrect mixing or incorrect measuring or something on our parts that we were just careless and didn't take the time to get it right. So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, why are you mixing it for so long? Well, because it happened to me once, and I'll be damned if it happens again. Like, resin is very forgiving, but if you can avoid a mistake, then avoid it at all costs, I think. So when you're mixing, I did tell them I would help them with mixing. When you're mixing, remember that there's 2 parts, and scrape whatever you're mixing with. Make sure you get it off so that way you can get it in there. And then make sure you scrape your sides, whether you're using a drill. Stop, use a paint stick or a craft stick and scrape your sides, scrape the bottom, and just pay attention to the 2. I know they're both clear, but you can see kind of like an iridescent. Do you need a respirator? I have really good ventilation. You can use respirators if you're in a closed room. Like say if you're, this does not have a high odor. Like this stuff like does not smell. The only time this stuff will smell is if you pour it too deep, this is meant to go really, really thin. So if you pour too deep and it has an exothermic reaction, then it will just do horrible things, which it's not meant to do. But yeah, you can use a respirator. I just have really good ventilation everywhere I pour. And the only places I pour is this room and my 2 shops. And I have actual ventilation systems out in the shops. And in here, I have the sliding door open and 2 windows. So I'm good here. But yes, if you are closed in, use a respirator. Most of the resins that I use are 0% VOC, but they still do have fumes sometimes. There's just some resins that stank, and I don't use those. I'm pregnant and I have kids. So my baby likes to go and see what mommy did for the day or something. So I just stay away from them. All right, so I'm going to be spreading this on with just an adhesive spreader. These are what I use, and I reuse them, so just make sure that the resin's off. That'll work. Do not talk to the comments. Why? Why don't I talk to the comments? That's what I do. What you talking about? You mean don't talk to the comments? Do not talk to the comments. I don't understand. I talk to my commenters. I talk to my followers. Unless there's a bot in here. Is there a bot in here? Alright. So, is there something that you know that I don't know? Why do I not talk to the comments? Tell me. Hi, Shannon. What's up, babies? Alright, let me get this mixed up. This shit is going to be so pretty. I made this blue out of Battleship Gray and Deep Blue Sea are the 2 colors that I used for this. Yes, I teach. I have a YouTube channel. I've got videos coming out. My God, I planned on putting out like 4 freaking YouTube videos last week, and Imani, my daughter, my 2-year-old, she got a triple ear infection. The daycare closed down because all the littles were sick, and all had different things. They had croup and strep throat and all this crazy stuff, and yeah, so everything got on hold. Like, I'm behind. Okay, anyways, we've got Total Boat resin here. You mix about 1 ounce per square foot when you're doing a seal coat, okay? So, and the reason, and you don't even need an ounce, like that, there's waste there. So I use about a 1/2 ounce per square foot. And the only thing we're doing is getting the wood wet, okay? That's it. We want to seal the wood off so that way when we do a flood coat, like, the wood is sealed off. So that's what we're doing. Let me set you up there. Yes, it was so bad. It was really bad. Like, she wasn't sleeping. And then even when she would, like, go down for a nap, my pregnant ass had to go down too because she just wasn't sleeping. Like, because she couldn't breathe. She couldn't, nothing. So she was up all night. Every 20 minutes she was up. I'm just glad none of the babies got that COVID shit. So we're good on that. Okay, so I think this is mixed. Let me check. Alright. I'm going to take you off of here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry it's a little dark in here. I got good ventilation, but I don't got good lighting. Not in here. I do in the other shops, but just this one. It's really gloomy outside right now. So, let me take you off of here. Oh my gosh, I know. And she didn't understand, and she's like, Mommy, it hurts. I felt so bad. Here. So when you're doing this, just put your cup upside down and it'll all drain out. Alright. So the inconsistencies that I was talking about here, you see that little lip right there? I didn't want to lose any more thickness. So this drops down just a little bit more, and I don't care because I will fix it with this. So look at this blue. When you're doing this, and yes, there's mad bubbles right there, but we're going to get it out with the torch, okay? So when you're doing this, spread it really, really, really thin. Your first two seal coats, well, your seal coats are going to be thin as hell, okay? I kept the live edge on this whole piece. All right. So down here, I've got some fills to do. These are like the bug holes that just didn't, once I flattened it out, some of the color came out and it didn't get all the way down into these. So we're just going to fill them with this right here. I could have used CA glue. That's for another video if I have to. So I wouldn't, you guys know I wouldn't normally do this like this, but I am just trying to fill in all of these little inconsistencies. And then I'll go through and take the majority of the resin off. But right now I'm just filling in the inconsistencies. All right, so after you got your piece covered, then you're going to go through and you're going to take off all the resin. Like, seriously, you don't want to use a lot of resin for your seal coats because if you leave too much resin on the wood, it will just create more bubbles and potentially be a disaster for you. So you just want this first and second. The second seal coat can be a little bit thicker, but your first seal coat, you're just sealing the wood. That's all we're doing is just sealing the wood. And we don't want a lot of resin up here. Okay, so there's the bench. We got the majority of the resin mixed off. So seal coats. Let's talk about seal coats. I've got people that do seal coats and they're like, oh my God, it looks horrible. Yes, it does. Like, it's okay. I promise. Look, let me show you. So, like, you see right here, you see the lines, you see all that? It's okay. Yes, torch is right there. I'm going to use it. That's all I see, and I didn't see the thing before it. I don't know if there was a question before it. So, anywho, yeah, I don't use a heat gun to pop bubbles. I just don't. I'm going to wipe all these drips and seal the edges. I use a heat gun when I want to move resin. I use a torch when I want to pop bubbles, okay? So, that's just what I do. That's my preference. That's just what I do. So, we're just wiping all the drips from the side so that way it don't look like crap. And then we'll have to sand it and do all that dumb stuff. So don't make more work for yourself. Get it right the first time and then you'll be good. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Any questions? That blue turned out really, really nice. Check that out. So this blue I made, it's Battleship. Are the bubbles in the blue that is already... No, there's no bubbles in here. I never have bubbles in my resin. This right here, is that what you're talking about? No, those will come out right now. That's just from the... No, hell no, I don't do bubbles in resin. You'll see. I'll get it out in a second. I'm not done yet, boo. And no, there's no bubbles over here. These are bug holes, actually. Do I do the underneath with the seal coat? I've got a YouTube video. One second. Let me take these gloves off so I can torch. I've got a YouTube video about how I do the bottoms of my pieces. If it is weak, like if the piece is weak and I need extra added protection, I will use a 360 degree seal coat, like epoxy seal coat. If it's going outside, I will use a 360 degree seal coat. Otherwise, I will use a hard oil finish. So, yeah, that's that. All these will be gone and it will be flawless. If you take a look at some of my other work, probably 90% of my work is transparent. Okay, so when you're torching your first seal coat, really quick, when you're torching your first seal coat, if you pay attention, I'm only really running the torch on the resin. If you run the torch on the wood for your first seal coat, you will create a crazy amount of bubbles. Like, it will be so bad and they will just keep coming back and they will not go away. So your first seal coat, the resin should be thin enough on the wood that you just don't need to use a torch. Seriously, it should be so thin that you don't need to use a torch. The only reason that the resin is thicker in those places is because, like I said, I was just filling up some inconsistencies. I didn't want to lose any more depth or any more thickness, so I stopped flattening. But as you can see, the rest of the bench, it's all the resin's thin enough that there's no bubbles, so I don't even gotta hit that. I'm just doing the resin. And what I was saying, let's see, what was I saying about my work? Oh yeah, so if you're new here, 90% of my work is transparent. I know a lot of people that are like, try to school me on shit, and I'm not saying that you're trying to do a bad thing, but my work is always clear. I don't do bubbles. My work is clear. So this is some of my stuff. And as you can see, there are no bubbles in there. Like, none. I don't do bubbles. And that's my goal, is to teach y'all how to get pieces. This is my Michigan table. It reminds me of the mitten, like the Michigan mitten. This is a nightstand. It's a custom order going out. Yes, always like glass. And that's my goal, is to teach y'all how to get them same effects. Oh, thank you for the gifts, y'all. So, yep, no bubbles. No bubbles. Dude, I just watched 50 Shades of Grey. I hate that movie, by the way. But that coffee table that he has in his living room, tell me that ain't it. That's crazy. I saw that. I was like, I got a table like that for sale. Alright, so there she is. I'll go through one more time. I let the bubbles come to the surface. And I'm talking about right here on the resin, because it's thicker right there. And with it being a tabletop resin, it's just a little bit thicker. The viscosity is thicker. So, I know, right? I saw that. I was like, girl, that movie was the stupidest movie that I ever seen. Like, I don't do fit. Maybe the books are better, but as far as that movie goes, no. Like, I think they just had the wrong actor. I couldn't take him serious in the 50 Shades of Grey. Like, I could not take him serious. I don't know who this is. No, but anyways, I couldn't take him serious. Like, he just seemed like every time he was trying to be like, dominate her, I just felt like he was throwing a temper tantrum. Like, you know why I'm doing this. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, sorry, but I couldn't take him serious. Now, don't get me wrong. The whole thing, yeah, that's hot. But just not, maybe just not him or the screenplay. But, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to finish this one up. This one right here, I filled in. This is an amethyst table. Like I said, the daycare's been freaking closed. So I'm going to do a video on how to finish the bottom of this one right here. And then it's only hot because he's rich. Yeah. He just seemed like a little crybaby biatch. Like, I couldn't be dominated by such a little puss. I'm sorry. Like, okay, so anyways, I will do a video showing how to get the drips and everything and how I finish the bottoms of these tables. This is a kitchen island. Thank you so much. And this wood right here is ancient olive wood. It's imported from Turkey. And we've got the Amethyst River running through it. So if you can see, I'm going to be finishing up this one. These are all amethyst, and it will look like clear, and then I'll have to finish the bottom off because, well, this has to all be sanded. 365 days. No, I haven't. Is it good? What's it about? Okay, so I'm going to get this one done hopefully today, as long as it don't rain. Oh, let me show you. I was going to show you this one. This one turned out gorgeous. I think I want to put a little bit more resin in just so it's not so thin. I'd like it to be thicker. But it's got some beautiful, beautiful geodes and just some opals, some dendritic opals and all kinds of minerals in here. This one will be available. It was not a custom order. This is the fish koi pond table. What should I do with this one? Like, look at this. So this is like waves, right? This goes down right here, and then this is like waves. I don't know what the hell I want to do with it, but I want to do something, and I want to do it clear. I was thinking about maybe like fish swimming down. I don't know. Show you what I got going over here, and then I'm going to get off here. We don't use PPE. I do when I need it. I have ventilation systems in all of my shops. Here, I'm not going back in that one, but I'll show you. So, I have air filtration systems and everything that I need to pour and be safe and be pregnant doing it. Skateboard. Here's skateboard. Gonna get this one together. I got another matching one to do this. But yes, I use PPE when I need it. I don't need it to pour because of how I have everything set up. I pour a lot of times a day. Here's the one that I just posted up there. This is drift. Can y'all see me or did I go? Did you lose me? Sorry, I had to come out the shop. I didn't get reception in there. It's a steel building. And it's really gloomy outside. My YouTube is Nita's Fluid Woodworks. I want to do a surfboard so damn bad. Like, seriously, I want to. Nita's Fluid Woodworks. Like, it's the name. Everything should be, if you go on my profile, these are all charcuterie boards that are coming up soon. And let me see if I can show you the fishing table that I have to replicate, because these are nightstands for like a cabin. So I have to make another one of these. Can you see it? Am I still here? So her husband's a fisherman. And, sorry, they're dusty. This is my fishing table. So I'm going to be doing another one of these. And the other one that I wanted to do, the one that I said, what should I do here? Was kind of like this one. Like, I wanted to paint the fish and kind of make that into a table. So, because these were the 3D stickers I got off of Etsy or Amazon or something like that. So I wanted to actually paint them in there, though, because I've seen it done, and I know I could do it. I just want to do it. So this is a bird's eye maple burl. This is black walnut. Majority of my work is black walnut. I'm going to get this lava table. I'm going to get all these tables out of here. So this is the lava table with the Lichtenberg stuff. I just got a slab flattening jig from Europe. And that's it. That's it. That's all. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. I'm outie. I got a lot of shit to catch up on. Baby finally went to daycare today. So, mommy gets to work. All right, you guys. Have a blessed day. I'm out. I hope you got my YouTube. How much does your work averagely cost, and how much does the wood cost? Well, it depends on the style and the size. Like, coffee tables start around 800, 700, 800. But if there's somebody on a budget, I like to help people. So there's ways to manipulate the table to make them less. Like this right here, like the bench. Instead of pouring all the way through, I used an angle grinder and a steel disc to just do a groove, so I didn't use a lot of resin. And I was able to sell that for less, so that way they could afford it, because I felt like helping them. But anyways, okay, I'm going to work. Wood costs are skyrocketing. Yes, they are, but I buy it by the trailer load, and I buy it from a small local mill. He's a dad. He's got 3 little girls, beautiful little girls, around Imani's age. And when he cuts his wood, he dries it and he calls me, and I go buy it and I bring it in. That's why I'll show you the wood that I have real quick before I go. So I buy it by the trailer full, and right now he's just called me. He's got maple, but I don't got room for it right now. And going on maternity leave next month, I'm not going to have room for it. So there it is. All right, you guys. I'm outie. This should be one of the next ones that you see me finish, though. Hopefully by the end of the day. All right, y'all. Be easy. If you got questions, drop the questions. You know I'll answer them. Have a good day.